dreams are really made of. Let's stay together, you and me, boy. There's no one like you around, baby. I really like what you've done to me. I can't really explain it. I'm so into you. I really like what you've done.
So I was sent this 99J burgundy red wine wig from SuperBWigs. I want to thank them so much for sponsoring today's glueless wig tutorial. I'm showing you guys the knots because I did attempt to bleach the knots and it did not take. So I didn't want to stress or anything on that. I just went to my beauty supply store and I purchased this tinted lace spray that I've been using. This is by Eben. I'm in light warm brown. It's only about $8.99 from my local beauty supply store, but this is basically like a lace tint or foundation in an aerosol can. So I enjoyed the fact that I was able to use this. I feel like it was perfect for today's tutorial because if you're a beginner or just for a glueless wig, you don't want to do a lot of work, this is perfect. You don't have to bleach your knots at all. So I basically just sprayed on one layer of that, and I also use my Got To Be Glue hairspray, and I'm going to use this as a sealant. So you're just going to do a layer of this. This is going to help so when you go to put that glueless wig on, it's not getting that lace tint all over your forehead, messing up your makeup and just making a mess. We don't want that. So I just went in and make sure to seal that and spray it. So you can see that it did cover about 90% of the knots. It didn't cover it 100%. If you want to go in and do 2 layers, I'm more than sure it definitely would have covered it. But this was good enough for me. And you will get a little bit of that spray on the hairline. Just take a damp towel and you can clean it off. But I just wanted to show you guys. And also so you know, this wig did not come transparent. It did have like a little bit of a brown tint to it that I didn't really like. It wasn't a match for my skin tone. And that Eben did basically fix that issue as well. So just so you guys know that. Now I do have a video, a tutorial already showing you guys how I get my wig super flat, how I style my baby hairs, how I pluck the hairline. So I kind of sped through that this time because I already have something covered on that, and I really haven't even been getting a lot of views on that video, and y'all should really check that out because it's really going to help you for any of my future tutorials, just so you know how I pluck and get the wigs flat. So I'm basically just sectioning out my baby hairs, and I'm using a hot comb from my brand, which is hervixenwigs.com. This is my Diamond Luxe hot comb. I also have a matching flat iron. It's buzzed down and Swarovski rhinestones and crystals, and it goes up to 450 degrees. So make sure you guys check that out. I'll have that link down below in the description, and you can use the discount code YouTube to save money on the hot comb. So right now, all I'm doing is I'm parting out my ponytail. This is a 13x4 frontal. I could have done a half up, half down ponytail from ear to ear, but I wanted to keep this simple. I wanted to keep it beginner friendly. I'm new to doing hairstyles myself, so I felt like a cutesy, cute little simple little ponytail in the middle of the head would be perfect. So I'm using Kenra's thermal styling spray, and I'm also using Marae's beeswax. The beeswax is also an alternative to using a wax stick. If you have a wax stick, then that's perfectly fine. But the beeswax, it's been around since the 90s. It's just always like, it's gonna get it flat. When you use that beeswax and then you also use it with a really hot tool or a hot comb, like it just gets the wig super flat. So I wanted the lower portion of my ponytail to be flat to the head, and you don't want to use a lot of the beeswax because it will leave a little bit of a residue. As you can see, I used just a tad bit too much, but I put it around the hairline and I also put it at the roots. But yeah, using too much of that would just have it look like you've been dancing around in Vaseline, and that's not what we're trying to do. So it'll have your hair very stiff and very piecey. So don't use too much. On the ponytail, I didn't use the beeswax. I just used my Got To Be Glue hairspray just to make sure that was really flat, and I just brushed it to the back so that I could go ahead and style it into a ponytail. So we all know how to put some hair into a ponytail. I'm sure y'all know how to do a ponytail, but I just wanted to show y'all and put emphasis on the fact that I wanted to make sure that this was super flat. So if you want to redo this hairstyle, make sure that your braids are super flat as well, or else it's not going to look right when you go to install it. So I'm just taking some rubber bands so that I can go ahead and put it into a ponytail. I took 2 rubber bands and I made them into one, and then I just wrap that around the ponytail. And I'm gonna see if I can insert like a picture or a video of the hairstyle I'm trying to recreate. I actually originally saw this hairstyle on Jada Chives about twice, so she had it going straight to the back, and it kind of like the ponytail in the back is set up a little bit. It has some height, so I took 2 more rubber bands, made them into one, and then I put that rubber band holder a little bit lower than the first one that I did, so that my ponytail could sit up a little bit. Because when you're doing a ponytail like this and you have it so flat to the head, then that ponytail will sit super low. So you can see I gave it a little bit of height. So that's a little tacky just to leave it with the rubber band showing. So I took some hair from the back of the ponytail and I sprayed it with the hairspray, and then as I sprayed, I just kept wrapping it around. So then this way you don't need like a clip or anything like that. It will stay in place. That wig is stuck, okay? All right, so now that we've wrapped up on our style, let's get into what you came here for. So this is how you make your wig glueless. All machine-made wigs come with an elastic band that's inside of the wig already. You want to make this as tight as what's comfortable for you. I usually take it to the middle. Then the next step is you also want to have elastic band. SuperBWigs supplies this with their wigs. But if you have a wig that does not come with this, you can purchase it from Michael's or Joann's, and you want to sew it at the ear tabs, not on the actual lace, but right underneath the wig combs that come on the side of your wig, and you can make that as tight as what's comfortable. Put that elastic band at the nape of your head and throw your wig on. Now, in a perfect world, this wig, I would have been able to show you guys an example where it would have fit perfectly on my head. But SuperBWigs did send me a wig that is pretty much fit for a toddler. This wig was super small. It did not fit me at all. So I had to go in with Bold Hold Liquid Gold, which is basically another glueless wig alternative. It's a gel that you're able to apply. I only applied it on my ear tabs because the gravity of this wig being too small, the ear tabs kept like pulling backwards. So in order for it to really fit snug, I had to use this, which kind of sucks because I wanted to show y'all an example of like not needing to use any of this, which you usually don't need to so long as your wig fits. But, you know, it's cool. You can still see that their lace was able to accomplish the glueless effect because in the middle, I do not have any bow hold gel. So one of my subscribers asked in my last video to show when I'm doing a glueless wig how I do my baby hairs. So I did attempt to do this on camera for her. But I'm going to be honest, y'all, the next time I do a tutorial and I wear it glueless, which most times I wear my wigs glueless, I do my baby hairs while I'm still styling it on the mannequin head. That way you have like, it's just easier to get the perfect baby hairs when it's not on you. And then if your makeup is already done and you just want to throw on your wig and go, it doesn't mess up your makeup and stuff like that. I'm using this small flat iron and I'm basically just bumping the baby hairs, and what this is doing is it's creating a C curl, so it just swoops into place how it's supposed to effortlessly when you go in with your edge control. So I'm just bumping the sides, the middle. And then as you can see, as I'm applying my edge control, it's just effortlessly swooping. I don't have to do a lot of like swooping motions with my hands. Most of the work has already been done for me. It was really them side baby hairs that was pissing me off, and it was messing with my makeup. I had to cut a lot out.
My love is blind, can't you see my desire? Like a moth